Dan, do you fancy going to America? I'd love to go to America. We're going to do a hill climb. Really?
My name is Keith Edwards. I've had this car best part of 30 years now, hill climbed it for about 21 years.
When I first met Keith, Keith was already doing his hill climbs and he had his car, and I just had to accept it. It was part of Keith, that's how it goes. Don't get me wrong, it's fun and I enjoy it and I'm always by his side. I wouldn't expect him to do it without me.
We've had an Audi Quattro in the family since they came out in '84. Obviously I'm a car nut, we have our own garage, so it just followed on from there that we had one, and the noise that they make, the look of the car, they're just fantastic. Pikes Peak is the pinnacle basically of hill climbing. It's the biggest hill climb in the world. It's basically an invite only hill to come to, so we're very, very privileged to be able to come here. We're one of 80 cars, which is fantastic for a little garage north of Cumbria.
Originally I didn't really understand how difficult it'd be. Thought it'd just be a bit of an adventure. We'd come out, take the car up in a trailer up the top of the hill, race it. There'd be people cheering and clapping and we'd be heroes, we'd come on. It's only when you get here you realise it's hard enough getting us to the top of the hill, let alone a car. So it's been really hard work, but really rewarding, I think.
We came here really to a little bit of testing. Hopefully everything was going to be okay. You get into this environment and it's so brutal on the car and the body. The car just didn't work. So we had to start all again. Long nights, changing things, temperature, heat, everything.
Difficult to understand because we'd had such a good test session in the UK. We'd had a real good rolling road session, the car appeared strong and we were full of confidence bringing it here. It was only when we got it on the track and testing these conditions, this altitude, this temperature, we realised we still had a few underlying issues, and it's been really tough to clear them up in the time allowed. You know, there's only 3 of us working on the car. There's only 24 hours in a day, but it seems like we're finding extra hours to make this thing work. And now we think we've got it nailed on, that it's good. We've just run out of time.
Just absolutely mad. We had to look at everything on the car. Got to the point where we thought it was right. Unfortunately, race day, the weather turned on us.
It's mind-blowing. You sat up that mountain, well, at the bottom of the mountain, at 1:30 in the morning, with your hat, your scarf, your gloves, your Ugg boots, trying to keep warm. It's -5. It's freezing cold and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. The sun comes up and you think, oh, we've done it. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be glorious. And you're watching the top of the mountain, everybody else is getting their go, and you're sat there and you're thinking, yes, it's going to do it, it's going to do it. And then you see this one cloud and then another comes to join it. And then before you know it, it's like, oh no, not again.
Deflation, really. We'd seen a beautiful morning, clear skies, everybody's upbeat and ready to go, and then a couple of issues, unfortunately, with the bike racers put the programme backwards, and then when we saw the rain come, it was just like last year again. It was like we'd popped a balloon. Everybody just, you know, your head goes down, but you think maybe the clouds will blow through, maybe we'll get a dry session. It just never happened, and we can't beat the weather.
Frustration, really frustrated. Upset for my team that have been helping me all week, all the long hours, and not being able to take the car up the hill. It's just so frustrating when you come this far.
And the disappointment of not getting up the hill is just, I can't put into words how frustrating, annoying, but what can you do? The weather decides, the mountain decides. It's just one of those things, and it's third time lucky next year.
It's sort of unfinished business. You start to do something and you're a racer, you've got to finish it. And we'll just keep coming back until we do.
Too much unfinished business. That car has to go to the top of the hill. Keith has to drive it to the top of the hill. And yeah, every time he has a go, I'll be here to back him up. So it's a partnership. I said to you off air earlier, we've got the driver who's the husband, we've got his wife. I'm the second one in the relationship and the car's the third. So that's where we are.
For Keith to get to the top of the mountain, it would be like, I don't know, all his Christmases, all his birthdays, everything's just come at once. And just for him to do that, I would be as happy for him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, you can't do it. I'm getting emotional now, but it's just what he's wanted all the time. And I just wish he can do it. He will do it. He's going to do it next year. It will happen.
I need to get to the top of this hill. Now I've taken the challenge on, we need to finish it. The car itself, we'll take it back home, rebuild it, freshen it up, get it ready for next year. Try our hardest to get back.
Yesterday, when the weather came in like that, for the second year on the run, it's like, I'm not doing this no more. Sell the car. We're obviously not meant to be here. You're disappointed, you're frustrated. You go back to your room, you have a sleep, you wake up in the morning, you think, it's not going to beat me, I'm coming back next year. It's not fair, it's not fair. That mountain is evil.